We have another episode of Baseline to Baseline. I have a special player here joining with me today, a guy who just recently committed to Villanova, hailing out of the DMV area, coming from the highly rich DeMatha Staggs program. So I'm gonna let him go ahead and introduce himself to the people that's going to be watching.
What's going on? My name is Malcolm Thomas. I'm a senior at DeMatha Catholic High School, and I'm just committed to Villanova. I'm excited to get it going.
Facts. What's up, Thomas? Appreciate you for taking time out your day, man, and get on here. I know you probably was at school or had workouts doing stuff. So, I want to show you some love on that. Just talk about, how you feeling right now. You straight?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you having me. School workouts, just what it is now. But I appreciate you having taken the time out your day to have me on here.
Yeah, for sure. So has the adjustment getting back into school been smooth for you, since school really just started a couple weeks now, summer just ended. How's the adjustment been?
Adjustment. It really wasn't that bad. Being an athlete, so I'm always used to waking up early. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been something that I do. The school adjustment, shirt and tie. That's something I had to get back into being at private school. But
Okay.
slight adjustment.
Facts. So, speaking on the summer, you really were a big stock riser this summer. You had a really solid summer. You showed a lot of different tools, two-way tools, ability, one of the best, all-around defenders in the EYBL this summer. So, just talk about, it was your last grassroots summer. I'm sure it's been a long process for you. So, just talk about how you feel you ended out the summer and what are some things that you feel like you learned.
Well, definitely. It was a great summer, honestly. Loved the Durant program. All my guys, Coach Wayne, Coach Oz, really all the people that really have guided me to the point where I am now. Really love all of them. I always put an emphasis on defense. That's always something I feel like I pride myself on. That's something we did as a team. I feel like really well. I feel like going down the stretch, we could have done way better at Peach Jam than we did. Had a few unforced errors, whole bunch of stuff that like outside of basketball that had happened with the team. So really wish that wouldn't have happened. I feel like we would have surprised a whole lot more people. We would have gone way further in the tournament. But yeah, I think overall I was really happy with how the summer went.
Okay. So, you um also were at KD camp this summer. I did see that. Talk about that a little bit. What was that like? Just have going through that experience and getting to talk to him a little bit and get some tidbits. Like, what was that camp like?
Honestly, that's my guy. He's kind of had his hand on my shoulder for a little bit. Just being in the gym, having that time to work with him, one of the best, honestly, offensive and defensive players that ever exist. You know what I'm saying? So you learn so much being around somebody like that. I feel like it was just a great experience. Blessed to be in that position to where I could do that.
Okay. Was it any other players that you ran into throughout the camp that maybe you weren't so familiar with prior?
Not really. Everybody that was at the camp was really one of my guys. We all really from the DMV area. Really knew everybody. Pretty much knew everybody's game. It was a fun experience though, being with such an elite group of guys at one time. So it was a really fun experience.
Okay. So, did you attend any other camps this summer that you feel like, was fun for
Uh, I did. I went to a few other camps. I went to Lethal Shooters Camp here in DMV.
you?
There
Okay.
was a few other camps I went to, but those two were the best experience for me. I
How
feel
was
like.
how was Lethal Shooters camp? What talk about that a little bit.
Well, Chris Matthews, great guy, great leader, great teacher. He's an outstanding shooter. I feel like I learned a lot from being at his camp. It was just a great experience.
Okay. So to conclude, kind of the summer and enter your senior season, you took the time to, really decide, okay, it's time to make my decision, for where I want to take my next step. And you made the decision and it turned out to be Villanova. And I just wanted to ask you, like, what set aside Villanova from all the other schools that were recruiting you, and what made you feel like I see myself fitting in here?
Well, first, gotta show love to all the schools that recruited me. Honestly, it was a long process. It was a long, tough process. It was really tough decision at the end. Honestly, the thing that brought Villanova over the hedge, over the rest, were really my connection with the coaches. My connection with Coach Da, Coach Neptune. It was really a family that I felt when I went on to my visit, and it was really what took that over the edge.
Okay. Okay. So how do you see yourself fitting in, on the court as well as off the court, as part of the Villanova program?
Well, on the court, for one, I see myself fitting in talking with Coach Neptune. He sees me fitting perfectly into their scheme. Positionless basketball players, defend 1 through 5.
Mhm.
I feel like I could pick up the point guard full court and then go down and bang with the big man. So I feel like that's something that like I said, I pride myself on, and Coach Neptune looks really forward to in this upcoming year.
Okay. Okay. So next segment I want to touch into, obviously that's great. You're committed going into your senior year. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Mhm.
Congrats to you on that. But obviously before you step foot on a college campus, you also, got to finish out your high school career. So just saw you play this weekend at a made event, our Northeast preview. You guys look good, had 2 good wins. Heated game against Archbishop Ryan. But that's all basketball, you know how it gets.
Right.
You guys look good though, you know what I'm saying? So
Appreciate it.
what are some things that you expect for this upcoming season, and what do you feel as you guys' identity will be?
Well, first and foremost, I feel like we're going to surprise a lot of people. I feel like people have counted DeMatha out
Mhm.
over the last few years with such the coaching changes, with all everything that we had going on. I feel like this year we're gonna have outstanding year. Honestly, I feel like we have a group of guys that's young but can all go. We got a whole bunch of dogs, and that's really what the DMV provides. That's what we are, heart and soul.
Okay, so like you mentioned, you guys are young. So I did want to, touch on, you guys do got some young phenoms, in Baba and Daniel. So tell me about, like, what do you see in those 2 guys specifically, them making the jump now from, middle school to, the high school level. So, what do you see in those 2 guys?
Well, I think all of my freshmen, Baba, Danny, Bo, Molly, we got all freshmen that could go. That's what I'm saying. Like we
Yeah,
have a young group of guys, all their dogs, all ranked highly in their classes. Baba is one of the best scorers in his class. Molly's one of the best point guards.
for sure. Shout
Danny,
out to Marley.
Danny will Danny will just go. And Big Bo.
Yeah.
We just have so many different pieces that work so well with our system, and I feel like that's what's going to surprise people.
Yeah, that is, you hit that like right on the head. Cause definitely shout out to Jamal too. Can't forget about my boy Jamal. So you had a big matchup, like I said, against Archbishop Ryan, uh, against Thomas Sorber, another Georgetown commit. So you guys will obviously be seeing each other a lot sometimes in the future. So could just talk about was that matchup, was it fun for you? It looked like you guys, kind of got after it a little bit, is to bring in the high school season. So, talk about that a little bit. Was that a good way to get you a test early on in the season?
Definitely. Thomas, one of my guys. Battled in the EYBL circuit, we played each other last year. He a big dude, what I'm saying? I love battling against dudes like that. My guy, Patrick Youngber from PVI, they're just a handful of bigger dudes
Yeah,
that I enjoy going against. It's a little different, out of place for me because I feel like that's not my game.
right.
But having to battle that, I feel like is preparing me all the way for college.
Right, right. And I feel like also, watching you play, you also use that to your advantage as well, on the offensive end. You are quick out of your triple threat. You get the first step with your length. So I definitely feel like, it was a good matchup to watch. So, speaking of DeMatha and, how do you feel, coming from such a rich program? What makes DeMatha, so special?
A lot, honestly, from the school side. academically, DeMatha is one of the best school-wise places in the country. You know, you can go anywhere. You talk about DeMatha from an academic standpoint. You know, everybody's gonna know exactly what you're talking about.
Mhm.
And athletically, DeMatha has always produced winners in every sport. You know, basketball, football, soccer, lacrosse, rugby, like just across the board, have always been really deep and rich in how they go about doing things. Down to the details with on the court, off the court, on the field, off the field. You know, it's a great program.
Right, right. Okay, okay. So, is there any specific like WCAC matchups that you're looking forward to this year?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Um,
Okay, have you
being my senior year, I definitely want to take over the WCAC. I definitely want to win it. Last year going out, but I definitely look forward to playing PVI, O'Connell. Those are really two of the biggest matchups that I'm really looking forward to this year.
okay,
The,
okay. Is it so with that with you saying that, mentioning that you want to beat the top teams, but you also, want to make your imprint as, the best guy in the conference. Give me, some of your goals for this upcoming season.
I want to lift all my guys up first and foremost. I want to get the younger guys ready for this year. I want to lead my team the right way. You know, I feel like leadership is always something that's a very important thing. And last year, our leader was Jay Wynn, and he was want to just pretty much pick up where he left off as a leader and do my thing this year.
Okay, okay. So I noticed that, you're a really hard worker. That's kind of like, your identity, high motor. But you've really been steady with your improvement or your all around game. You've been expanding. You really are a really solid lock two-way guy. Like, you know what I'm saying, can score and lock guys down, like guard
All right.
1 through 4, like you said earlier. So I want to know, like, what are some players, if you have any, that kind of give you that inspiration when you watch them to take things from their game?
Well, definitely from the time I was younger, I've always loved watching Giannis. How he attacks the rim, how ferocious he is, how he's going to try to dunk on anybody, like no matter what. And I feel like that's what I pattern my game after the most.
Okay.
I
Okay.
really, it's honestly, I don't care who's in the paint. I'm always going to try to dunk on them. I'm always going to try to take off over people. Sometimes to a detriment to me because I could get myself hurt. But love doing that, and love watching young AD, Anthony Davis, and Kevin Durant. Those are really the three people that I implemented the most into my game.
Okay. Okay. So let's backtrack a little bit. So let's say, when you were first watching basketball, are those guys like the first guys that kind of made you fall in love with the game as well? As also like as you progressed and, really fine tune your skill set?
Honestly, we can go all the way back. My dad was my reason for picking up a basketball.
Of course, of course.
Watching him play from the time I was born really like gave me a sense of, first of all, how difficult it was to get to that position.
Okay.
Um, what it meant to be at that position, like how it was with your family, how it was being in the spotlight, like how it was all on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? So it gave me a healthy point of view of everything. You know,
Right. Right.
and it also showed me what true love for the game looked like.
o-
Dedication through good, through bad, through ups and downs, and that was really what gave me a healthy viewpoint and made me fall in love with the game even more.
Okay. Okay. That was a really great answer. So, what do you feel like, as you growing up and playing, talk about when did you realize, all right, like this is something that I'm getting good at and I really want to like dedicate myself to.
Um, Honestly, it was kind of the other way around. When I was growing up, I feel like I got really good at an early age. So my dad put me up. So I would play. I was maybe in the fourth grade playing against seventh, eighth, ninth graders. So it was always that to where I wasn't ever the best player. So I never had a I'm the best one out here. Like I feel like I got that chip on my shoulder. So I was always trying to prove myself. So I
Okay.
was trying to catch up to everybody else,
Yeah.
because they were always older, bigger, stronger. And that was kind of had me isolated for a little bit because I wasn't blowing up like some of the other guys were in my class from a young age, because I feel like I was fine tuning stuff, getting used to and getting ready, prepared for it where I am now.
Okay. Okay. That's a great answer. So, with you saying that and, watching your game transform over the years and how everything transpired, what are
Mhm.
some things that, keep you motivated now? Like, like you just committed to Villanova, where you're going to school now, you don't have to worry about that. So what are your motivating factors? Have they changed or have they stayed steady? Or could it be a combination of both?
Well, honestly, it's kind of changed as the time goes on. So since I've began playing my own age, being right like how I am today, it's migrated from me playing with the guys on my team, trying to beat them, to me trying to beat the guys in my class. So having like a kill list, you'd hear Kobe talk about, and just go down the line, people that you're trying to beat out. And that's really what that became. And now that I'm committed, it's the same thing going into college. Like I'm going to be playing with guys that are 24, 20, like 23. We got transfer portal. It's going to be definitely be a fight. I'm not thinking anything's going to be handed to me in any way. So I'm looking at it the same mentality. Like I still got to work to get everything that I own. I'm going to have a chip on my shoulder. I got to play with a different level of fight, and that's what I'm going to do.
Okay, okay. That's tough. I appreciate that, Malcolm. That's a great answer, man. You've been giving me amazing answers. This is great. So,
Appreciate that.
okay, so like you said, you started playing up from a early age. Were you always, playing with Durant for most of your, AAU or grassroots? Like, walk me through what that looked like, when you were starting out young and worked your way up.
Yeah, so starting out AAU, I played with actually my church team, Dynamic Disciples.
That
Um,
disciples, that's crazy.
yeah,
I remember.
yeah. So that's where I started off
Okay,
playing.
okay.
And as I got older, actually my dad was a coach for a while,
Uh-huh.
and then so I played with them for a while. I went to Durant, I believe, right before COVID. And then COVID hit. So then after COVID was when I started playing 15, 16, 17s, and that was what happened there.
Okay, okay, Malcolm. That's great. So, I feel like, this the last segment, like I said earlier on, I mentioned to you, I wanted to talk to you about, kind of just some regular stuff as far as like what you prefer is kind of going to be like a hot seat type of thing. So just throw some,
Sounds good.
you feel me? And
Yeah.
it's all going to be, you feel me, about Malcolm, like what Malcolm thinks. All right. So,
Okay.
my
Do it.
first question I got for you, I need all EYBL team starting five, but you can't put yourself in it.
I can't put myself in it.
Nah,
Okay. All UIBL team
all
start
EYBL,
five.
all guys you played
Can I
with.
can I put anybody from my team?
Of course, anybody you want.
Oh yeah. So then I'll go Dale Jones, Caden Lewis, Royce Parham, um, uh, 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 who else I put in there?
Yeah,
Two of my other teammates. I just got to think of on the top of my head.
yeah, you were funny. All right, I respect that. I respect it. You gotta stick with the mob. I respect that.
For
All
sure.
right, so what about favorite artist? Who you listening to right
Favorite artist.
now? Yeah,
Hip hop. I gotta go J Cole.
J. Cole. J.
Mhm.
Cole. So you listening to J. Cole on your pregame list too?
Not really.
So
See, that's the thing. I like music. It's not really one specific artist ahead of all the rest of them. I have different types of music for different settings.
okay, okay. So who on your pregame playlist then?
For my pregame, you got some NBA YoungBoy. I listen to a lot of DMV music, so I listen to Shabazz,
Okay,
Cutie
okay,
Bull,
okay.
old school Swipey.
Yep.
Most guys not gonna know who I'm talking about right now, but DMV people all
I'm
know.
hip, bro. I graduated from Flowers Tank, so you feel me? I'm not
Yeah,
you feel me? So nah, that's tough. You said swipey in there. Okay, so that's your pregame playlist. But when you not hooping, just on some chill, you listening to J. Cole. Who else you listening to? Man? You say you got a diverse type music taste.
oh, diverse. We take it to R&B. I
Okay.
might play some SZA, some Janae,
Okay.
some Her,
Good
some
music.
Brent.
That's good
Yeah,
music.
it's all around music.
Okay, okay, okay. I'm rocking with that. I'm rocking with that. What about best basketball movie?
Loving basketball.
Loving basketball. Okay, okay.
No. Coach Carter.
Coach
Loving basketball
Carter.
second.
So okay, so 1A, 1B type thing.
Yes.
Okay, 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 Coach Carter. Okay. What about pregame meal? What's your pregame meal?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Yes,
Spaghetti.
sir.
Gotta be homemade.
Definitely got to be homemade.
Hey, okay, so you the type, you feel me? You got the Tupperware bowl in your book bag, you
Oh
feel
yeah,
me?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Facts, facts. Okay, best. What about your favorite hoop sneak? All
You
time.
said who?
Yeah,
All time hoop sneaker?
yeah.
Um, that's a tough one.
Oh, I know. Think why.
Um,
Think why.
think wisely. I gotta think about it. I'll go with the Grinches.
Oh,
I'll go with the Grinches.
okay, okay. Definitely, definitely a Kobe. I knew it was gonna be a Kobe for real.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah.
All right. So, what about your NBA GOAT?
NBA GOAT, definitely. MJ.
Definitely MJ. Okay, I had a feeling I was gonna say that too. I ain't gonna lie. So, what about all right. So what if, you had to pick one friend or one teammate, whoever you wanted to be, to, come on here who has an interesting story that, they should tell and lock in for what an interview for.
One of well, I'll go. Does it have to be a current teammate or one of the past
It
teammates?
can be anybody, you feel me?
I think honestly, a few people. One I think one of the most charismatic people that I've ever been on the team with is probably AJ Swinson.
AJ.
He give you a good interview. Dale Jones is also pretty interesting. Has a story to tell.
Okay.
Yeah, I think those are two people.
Right, AJ and Dell. Okay, okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, sure. We're gonna lock in with them and get them on here and have them talk about, their experiences and their stories. Only thing, you feel me, Malcolm, we just need you to throw the lob, you feel me? Tell them to pull up, you feel me?
For sure.
Talk what they gotta say, you feel me?
Okay, got you.
For sure though, Malcolm. I appreciate you, man, coming on here. It was a great interview, man. I wish you the best of luck, going into your senior season, and congratulations on your recent commitment to Villanova.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me.
Of course, man, for sure. It's been love.
Yes, sir. All right.